Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I'm streaming some 2D4X today. It's July 5th, I guess. The day after July 4th, which I mean, that's how dates work, right? Um, I was looking at our list here before I started, which I didn't set up correctly here. Here we go. And man, there are a lot of bugs in here. And I started looking, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, I don't want to do like a bug hunt. I need to set up like a bug hunt day, like a day for bug hunting, because it's too much. Sometimes it's kind of frustrating, you know? And sometimes you just look like a fool for a full 3 hours, and I don't know. Anyways, so I was looking at these ones here at the top. I gotta scroll up. Hero work is grayed out and hero build is grayed out, and what this is talking about. So basically you can set your heroes to build and to work, and I don't think this is working right. And I was like, well, we'll knock out these two bugs. These ones here, I don't want to do. We'll just get these two, and then we'll go back to working on saving and loading. And I actually thought about the saving and loading a bunch this week, and I almost jumped on here and started working on fixing the top part, which is another bug. But then I didn't. I didn't do shit. But I was thinking that so when I was looking at this, I was like, I don't even know if these are bugs. This thing has become so complicated now that it's sometimes I think things are bugs and they actually are working as intended. What I mean is, this is a good example. I don't think this is right. So what this is you can have them scavenge, you can have them build, you can have them work. Research we have to fix, and then you can have them explore. And we just finished the exploration part. That works. And what we're talking about is with these county improvements. So I had them build, and she worked with build. So that is working. But then it's still grayed out in checkbox. I don't think it's supposed to do that. And then over here, work should now be ungrayed out so that you can check it. Except they have input goods, so you need 1,000 wood, and it will slowly stockpile these input goods. And 10 remnants, so they can't actually. So I was looking at the code because I couldn't remember how this works. This is the problem. My code's got so convoluted that I can't even remember how it works. So I was looking at it somewhere. Where was I? I've lost where I was looking for. I've forgotten. It's 10 minutes ago. It was 5 minutes ago. Where the fuck was this? Oh, it was so that there was a thing here, and it said like, this is redundant, get rid of that. So that's what I did. I think it was up at the top here. Yeah, and I was thinking these numbers, we should probably change to enums. I had to explain what an enum was to my coworker for some Microsoft silliness. So check if stockpile, so I forgot that this did this. Check if status low, stockpile good. So it's going to check this county improvement. And I think it is actually. So we don't have 1,000 wood, and we don't have 10 remnants. So that's why work isn't working. So I think what we got to do is we got to do two things from now on, kind of. So I think it was last stream I was saying like, oh, at least my code is more robust and it doesn't fall apart so easy if one thing changes. I don't know if that's true now. But we have these county improvements, and one of the things that we've been doing is, and I say we, it's me. One of the things we've been doing is just changing a real county improvement to be used as a test county improvement. And I don't think that that's a good idea anymore. What I think... Scout is the work skill for scouting equipment? That doesn't make any sense. It should probably be like production or something. We're producing. Let's do production. We're producing. Interest is warfare. That kind of makes sense. What are our other options? What are our other interests? Information. I don't know. It's close enough. Anyways, so I think what we should be doing here is make these as realistic as possible as we want them to be, how they work in the real game. Instead of me just fucking around with them and saying, look, they cost one, whatever, 1,000 wood or whatever the fuck. Where did that go? Can't find it. Where's my inputs, motherfucker? Here it is. Unique input goods, input dictionary. So I think we should make this as real as possible. Then we'll create a test county improvement. I don't know why I didn't do this originally. So for inputs, and this just dawned on me, or I just seriously, while I was talking this, I was thinking, what would the inputs be for a garden? And I was like, well, fertilizer would be something you could put in there. And then I thought, what about if you don't have, what about inputs? It should still work, but you should get a bonus if you have the input. And that's a whole different mechanic. So now we got to write that fucking down. This is what I get for thinking. Every time I think, what do they call that? Not chip creep, feature creep. Did I ever click that? I did. Feature creep, I think it's called in programming, when you just keep adding features. County improvements. Let's put this. We definitely need this. So it should still be able to work with, here we go. Some county improvements should get a bonus if they have certain inputs. For example, a garden should get bonus output if they have fertilizer as an input. They should still work if they don't have the input. See, that's a whole different fucking thing that we've never done. Yeah, this is going to take a long time to finish this game. 5 years. I couldn't find it. Yesterday I was like, I want to play a video game. And I was thinking kind of like maybe an RPG or something. And I was like, maybe I should just buy Baldur's Gate. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And I was like, I have all these video games. I want to look through them. So I started looking through all my video games. My Steam list, which is like everyone, 10,000 fucking games long. So I was just like, why are you so crappy, Steam? So I was just like going through, just going through my list here. I think I wanted to uninstall this one actually. And looking at stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this game, I I can't remember what game I was talking about or looking at, but there's many games that I was like, oh, I've been waiting for this one to get updated, and then I would check on it, and it wouldn't have been updated, or their updates were very small, and I was kind of bummed because there's like certain, and some of them were abandoned. I've talked about this, the Great Houses of Calderia or whatever, that game a bunch. I think it's been abandoned. They had something going on, and they just needed to fix it, and I think they gave up on it. It makes me sad. But, oh yeah, this one we can go too. Here, this is what we're going to do today, is we're going to look at my Steam account and uninstall stuff. Man, I just got to mention this. So they had a new DLC release for Fields of Glory Kingdoms, and I was like, oh, fuck. What is it? Why am I going over here? Look at this. They have this new DLC, and it's Rajas and Tribes, and I was like, this could be cool. Like, this game isn't bad. I know I bitched and moaned about it a bunch. It has some weird mechanics, but it's not bad, and I like have fun playing it. So I didn't even look. I was just like, oh, fuck, they added India? I want to do that. Do they have a map? to show you what this is. This is not. Okay, well, you can kind of see it down here. They sort of added India. They added a few provinces down here. What the fuck, man? You can see it down here. This little tiny edge, and then you can send. You remember? I think CK2 did this, where you could send expeditions into like China. CK3 might do it as well, but anyways, it's the same thing. You can send it. And I was so bummed. I was so unhappy with my life. I paid for it too. I bought it. It's a trick, fucking guys. India has a ton of what? And basically the other thing that's strange is not strange is that they said they called it flavor in this thing, but they're just skins for stuff. What a bummer. Anyways, what does it have to do with my game? I don't know. Nothing. So work. I think this is the issue. We got to have a test one. Why haven't I made a test county improvement that I can just fuck with instead of like fucking with a real one? Like, there's no reason to do that. So let's fix the inputs for the garden though while we're here. I think the garden in its the garden's kind of like a beginning building that you can county improvement that you can make. So it's not really supposed to have anything as an input. So let's get rid of these inputs. I was trying to think maybe like one wood or something really simple. But I think that even then, well, so if it was in a desert province, we got to actually put that. Did I put that on my list? Certain provinces are going to not be allowed to build certain counties are not going to be able to build certain stuff. Oh yeah, so this would be really good to know why things aren't working. Change user image to a button or something because of the checkbox. Yeah, can be below. Prioritize the population list where it shows with county improvement the population is working. I already forgot what I was looking for. Let the player choose between influence and money to construct improvement if the economy allows that. Make sure that the improvement name is easier to see and possibly that. Oh yeah, have the population AI know which resource the county or faction needs more and have switched to the production automatically. Make sure population can. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's the one I wanted to make sure. Okay, so let's make a new county improvement for our test. County improvement data. This will be our test. Am I using spaces or not? It looks like I am not, except for once. Test improvement. And then we'll use this. Okay, so how do we get this into the game, though? Because these are all connected via research. Maybe that's why I was doing that. So you have to have research stuff. We'll put this. Let's take a look at our research. Maybe we can have, I don't want to make our fake research right now, but I mean, I guess we could do that too. Let's see here. Research items. Basic storage, primitive scouting equipment. Let's look in game. Let's see what we got here. We could just do a test one. I wonder if there would be, I don't wonder. I should probably put a checkbox in somewhere like this is a test thing and have it be able to turn off and on. We'll not worry about it. We're going to put it in here. All right, so we'll do a test research thing too. Create new resource, research item, data, test, research. These all have spaces. Man, I should have changed my title. Whatever. Tier 1, skill. Whatever. It's a test one. We'll say farm. Interest data. Quick load. Botany. Research name. And so this we don't have to translate because it's a test. So we'll say test research. And then we'll say test research description. Oh, we don't have a texture for it. All right, we'll go grab a texture real quick. This icon site I always pointed out, it's great if you need just some free icons. What is it? What does a test icon look like? Test tube. That wouldn't actually be bad for research. Tesla coil. A coin flip. I'm gonna use this one. What are we using? PNGs? PNGs or something? Make sure everything's working over here. Seems like it. All right, PNG, we downloaded it. Coin flip, we'll call this test. We'll use the same one for both things. Test, did I resize this shit? I can't remember. I did one just the other day. Test icon. No dashes. And I think I resized this before I stick it in here. Let's take a look at our icons. And I did this last week. I think we created a new, or maybe it's a week before. What the fuck are we doing here? Where are we? Graphics. Icons. Population, test bar. Or top bar. What are we doing for research here? Oh, these are all SVGs. I mean, I think I still have, whoops. I think I still have this open. We can just pull the SVG. I'm just trying to make it consistent, you know? It's easier to fuck with a PNG, though. PNGs. Let's see. What is this? This is 512 by 512. Oh, are they different sizes? What about for county improvements? No, it's the same. What size is this? It's opening. Slowly. Maybe? Jesus Christ. Image size. 511? Let's save that. Yeah, just overwrite it, man. I don't give a fuck. Okay, we're gonna put this. Oh, it doesn't work this way. You gotta click on here first. We're gonna put this in county improvement. We're gonna put this in research. And then we're gonna go back to our thing here. Maybe I did think about having a test one at some point. Test county improvement and whatnot. What are we doing? Yeah, I wonder how 4th of July was for everyone. I had the day off, and I was shocked how much I appreciated the day off. I need to take more days off. I need to stop working. Working sucks. What am I doing? I'm not going to the right spot. We want to go to resources, county improvements. We'll drag. Well, no. Let's continue on with our finish the research here. So now we need this texture. What? Come on. Oh, are we crashing? No, we're just yes. No and yes. I need to get a new computer. A couple of streams ago, I was like, "Yep, new computer right now." I'm buying one, and then I just didn't do it. I hate spending money. I'm incredibly cheap. Well, if you're gonna crash, just do it. Come on. Did that one crash out? What are you doing? What are you up to? They got an update. Okay. That's what we wanted. Yeah, I don't know if the crashing is my computer related. I was talking to Joker. He comes in chat sometimes, and he was saying that his Godot has not been crashing. So that makes me more inclined to think that it's just my old shitty computer here. It is on its last leg. Um, the problem is when you buy a new computer, you got to set up, and you got to do all this setup. We were talking about this, I think, on Discord, or maybe it was chat. You got to do all this setup. You got to do all this shit. And what I'm going to do, I'm pointing over there. I'm going to move my older gaming. It's still pretty good, but it's actually a piece of junk. Don't ever buy a computer from Origin PC. Those guys suck. They're awful. So I'm going to move that computer to here. So it's an older gaming computer, even though it's like a couple years old, to here. So that means I got to reset up my work one with OBS and all this shit. This is my work and my streaming one. And then I got to set up that computer. It's just, come on, man. All right, what the fuck are we doing? You crashed. We were going to put in, I think, what I was doing before to make life easier. Where's our... no, we weren't on county improvement. We were on research. Didn't I close this thing? Research items, test. Then we go up to here. And we drag over this puppy. There we go. And all right, look, the interest. This, didn't I change this? Yeah, it didn't stick. So it was already busted by that point. I think I put like fishing or something. I don't remember what I put here. It doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, none of this stuff worked. Man. And I hit save. You guys can't tell. I was thinking about putting a little thing down here that showed what keys I was pushing. All right, maybe I didn't save it. Who the fuck knows? All right, so then we got this going. What is our standard research amount? So what we'll do is we'll compare it to another one here. Let's do basic production. Cost of research is 100. So we'll do, because that one's pretty quick. But also we have it set too. What is this array doing in here? No prerequisites, so we want that. This we want to add an element, and we want to put in this test improvement. So basically what that is this research is connected to, you get this improvement if this research is done. I think that's everything for there. So let's go to our test. Let's save it again. Let's go to our test improvement, and let's fill out this stuff. Test county improvement. Test county improvement description. Let's put in our texture. Not that one, just in case we change something. And then prioritize, we don't care about that. Skills and interest, it's work skill. We can test anything. Let's not do scavenge or leadership. Let's just put on labor. We need to put in an interest data. I don't remember why we do that, but we are. We'll say information. Construction cost. Max workers, 5. Max builders, 5. Max amount of construction is, I think, where the fuck are we? County improvements. Let's look at like the lumberjack station. Where was I looking at? Max amount of construction is 1,000. What is this one? Max amount of construction is 5 for the garden. So for this test, let's do 10. And then resource types. I don't remember what this is for. Output, what is this? What does garden say for resource types? Vegetables and food. Huh? Probably should name that better. We'll do iron. And it's a raw material. It's actually not. It's a building material. Um, so then outputs, we'll put in something. Let's put in for goods. Let's have it for this test. Output fish. And what is this value? Oh, a production data. Okay, we'll have a new production data. We'll add this, and then we'll adjust this. Man, I don't remember what any of these things. Let's go to garden. Their production data is just 1. Everything else is blank except for 1. So we'll do that. We'll hit save. Inputs, that was outputs, yep. Inputs we're going to keep as nothing because we want it to be nothing. Man, when we do saving, which is what we're going to work on hopefully today, we'll get into a little bit, but this is going to be quite intense. All right, so we got our test improvement here. We put it in there. Let's run. I'm sure we forgot something, so it's going to break. So once it's broken, we'll fix it. That's how this works. It can be demoralizing when things break all the time and then you got to fix them, but that's just fucking how it is. County improvements. How is this organized? Alphabetically. Okay, so I don't see it here. Let's look at our research. It also isn't here. Wait, I think we got to put our research in this thing manually, which sounds stupid. Why would I do it that way? But also, let's see. I want to double check that I checked something. I remember checking it, but I don't remember if it was before or after the crash there. Yeah, it is still checked. Okay, so how did we use? Do I have this in the README? I don't remember how we did. Open the README. Stinglewings, how's it going? How's your motivation? I've been feeling the lack of motivation myself lately. Let's see. Do I have any notes about research in here? If not, we will... Nothing. We have nothing. We will add construction goods. We will add input goods. What are we doing? 4 of those? Yeah, those categories can go down there. Adding research items. Step 1. Create the research item data. Step 2. Yeah, less pressure is good. I mean, we were talking about this on Discord. There's always the pressure of like working, making sure maximize all of your time to doing something productive. And I don't know. Like I said earlier in this stream that I was very appreciative of yesterday having the day off because I didn't do shit and I liked it. Because it was nice to not do anything. You know, I just like played video games and slept. Okay, so I think what we were doing with the research was kind of weird. Yeah, no, they totally are. And I went into my coffee shop that I go to at like 10 o'clock, and they were like, "Oh my God, where were you? You're usually here at 7 a.m." I also got drunk on Thursday night. Man, I cannot handle my booze anymore. Of course, I was all hungover. It only took me 5 beers to get trashed. I wasn't like trash, but I was pretty drunk. Let's see here. What are we doing? You know, because I don't really drink anymore. And I had 2 beers with a friend at a bar a couple months ago. And the 2 beers also had me feeling not so great the next day. Like, it was not as bad as yesterday. I was fucking hungover as shit. I tried to play a video game with a friend, and I was just like, dude, like a first-person shooter. It was Tarkov, and I was just shooting all around. Like, I was like, I suck. So I think somewhere, I was looking in the wrong spot. I think we have like like, what is this thing? Okay, so this is wrong. We're going to fix this. So this is one of these old ways we were doing this. It wasn't actually that fun, honestly. No, it wasn't. I thought it would be like a good thing to just pass the time, but it kind of sucked. Okay, so this is the old way we were doing this, but I'm noticing here, I guess this is alphabetical. Yeah, I was doing the alphabet in my head. I guess this is alphabetical, but I don't think that's actually, I think it's just a coincidence. So we want like we want this to be read from disk now, because we don't do it this way. We used to do it this way, but I learned or something. So let's open up this script and fix it. And I was thinking about, so back to saving and loading, because we are going to be working on that soon. This works well if right now with where we're running, every time we run the game, it's a new game. But I think what we're going to have to do is break this into two separate things. Basically, not two. It's currently just smashed into the center of the game. The main game and just has this thing because every time we hit play, it's a brand new game. I think what we're going to have to do is break this out and run some of it. Like all of these things need to run every time you load the game. Actually, all of these need to run. All of the arrays need to run every time you break the game. Every time you start the game, even loading. But these ones down here shouldn't run every time you load the game. So we're gonna have to break this into two parts, and we'll probably have a scene. So what we'll do is we'll have your starting game menu, which what we'll have on that menu right now will be a start button and a load button. That's it. And then after that, if you have a start button, we'll have like a blank scene that will run all this shit. We'll put a word in there like generating game or something stupid. I guess that's not stupid. Just very primitive. And then we'll go from that scene into the game. And what we'll do for testing is after we've generated it once, we'll save the game and we'll just skip those first two scenes and we'll load every time we start. And so we'll have like a checkbox in globals that will be like load game. The problem is that as we change things, that save game will break and we'll forget, and that's broken, and we'll load it and we'll be like, why doesn't the fucking game work? And we'll sit there for 20 minutes trying to debug the thing, and it's because the fucking save game doesn't work. That's what's gonna happen. Just so we know. All right, let's fix this thing. So I think we wrote a thing. Right, right, exactly. Future self will definitely know that this is, I think like all activities are, yeah. So what we can do is we wrote this little method, which was, and it looks like we turned this into a C# list. So all research, we can put this down here, and this needs to be a C# list, so you can go away. So this is my fear, though. I'm pretty sure that shit needs to be in a certain order. The research does. I think it just coincidentally worked, but we'll see. And I also was just thinking we probably want to change the name of this. In fact, we do. We want to change the name of this test research to like a test so that it appears at the top, so I don't have to scroll down so much. So if I go down like here, it's going to show up way at the bottom and I have to scroll down, and I'm fucking lazy. So I just want to have it appear at the top. So we'll name it Oh, I wonder if it's going to work without translating it. Well, we'll find out. So we're going to name it A test. That's what I do for work, is when I want something to appear at the top, I just put an A in front of it. You know, or whatever. If there already is an A thing, then what the fuck are we doing here? County improvements. I think we need to name that the actual thing A test as well. Yeah. Yeah, you know, back to the being productive conversation too, is every once in a while I'm like, man, I want to start another band. And then I like think about how much work it is, and back to the drinking thing too. Being in a band not drinking seems like not fun. Like it's more fun to get shit faced and play music, because you also you know, it brings down your fear of looking like a fool. So you can look like a fool on stage and stuff. So yeah, okay, back to this thing. So this one, we need this to be replaced. And then this needs to, what the fuck is this? Okay, we need a directory that is going to be private string. Yeah, it's, what are we calling this? Research directory equals. I don't know. Where's my all activities? Res, here, we can bring this over and just edit it. Yeah, do you play with other people? Or are you a solo man? I don't know. Resources. I think this is called research items. What did I call this? Resources, research? It was auto-populating that. No, it's research items. Items. You are the solo man. So then we need this to be here. And then we need this to cast to a research item data. And then we're going to make that a list. You'd rather be in a band? Yeah, and it's not that hard to start one. I mean, not that it might not be good. Yeah, so the first band I started and I was in, well, actually, kind of in all the bands I've started and been in control. Because, yeah, like being in control is definitely good. I've always had the thing where, like, anyone in the band could bring songs and stuff. Kicking people out of bands, so I used to say this all, especially with my first band. It was like having 6 girlfriends. You know, I have to be all diplomatic and shit, and you got to break up with one of them. Be like, this person sucks. I got to go. And then you got to like think of a way to break up with them. Yeah. And then like, so it's funny because at the time it didn't seem that bad, but with my first band, we like I said, anyone could bring public place. Yeah, I take them out to dinner. With my first band, anyone can bring a song, and people brought like various songs and whatnot. And then one guy brought a song, and it was fine, and we recorded it and stuff. And then, but later, years later, listening to it, it's like, this song fucking sucks. Why did we play this song so live? Someone should have put someone should have stopped this insanity. All right, let's see if this thing works. It was kind of fun to learn the new song. Like, and I think that blinded us from the reality that the song sucked. All right, let's look at research here. All right, so we have this. It's at the top. We haven't got any bugs yet. We have a test improvement in here. This looks right. We're going to get 50 fish a day. The research cost is 100% because we checked that thing. Let's go back over to here and look at our county improvements. There's our test county improvement. So let's look at the thing, the reason why. Okay, so this one should be grayed out because there's nothing to be built. There's nothing in our queue over here for building. So that's on purpose. That's working how it should. This one is work. There's nowhere for this person to work. So that should be grayed out. So that's correct too. So let's go to here. Let's build our test thing. We're still keeping an eye out for bugs down here. So then we have a test improvement and build is working. We check this. He's set on build. I thought he's not going to get it. No, he's not going to get where he's building until like 15 minutes pass. But that's, me just unpausing it like that, I think. I think he should get, maybe it's 30 seconds. Let's go there. Yeah, he's building. That's 3. I thought I put 5. Didn't I put 5? 3 of 5. I wonder why all these other people didn't jump in and start building. There's no input goods. There's no construction. Why aren't you people working? They're scavenging. We had a problem keeping drummers, and for my first band, and we had a bunch of different drummers, and we'd get like a good drummer, and then something would happen. Okay, so it did fill out. So the first day, I'm not sure why those one guys didn't. Oh, these guys are all working. See, he's still stuck on build, but work is there. I wonder if this was on purpose. That this build, I think this might have been on purpose. Maybe this isn't a bug, like I said. Maybe I just think everything's a bug because this shit is so convoluted. But because now he can work. I think that was on purpose, so that it's checked so he's on build and there's nothing to build. So now he's on work, which says work, and then the next day, it should kick him, it should fire someone and replace him. So look at that, everyone's in a completely different place, but he is working there. Anyway, so we used to drink, it was Sunday morning, we practiced at like 9 a.m. or something. And we used to drink heavily at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And it was a friend, someone's brother was a drummer. And he showed up with his drum set. And he was like, you guys drink at 9 a.m. on a Sunday? And he was overly enthusiastic about drinking, and he bought a couple of 40s, and he like chugged the first 40, like in 15 minutes, and maybe even less, man. He just put down this fucking 40. Dude was like so trashed, and so when he showed up, drummer, you got to bring your own drum set. His drum set was sparkling new, and we were like, oh no! Like if you see a drummer and their drum set's brand new, there's a problem. Because their drum set should be all fucked up because they use it, right? That's the thing. And so it was brand new, and so the guy couldn't even keep beat. He was so drunk, and then he started saying the N-word all the time, and we were just like, oh my God, how do we get this guy out of here? And then he started on his second, nice, the other N-word, and then we're like, how he got into his second thing, his second 40, and we're like, practice is over, we're already done, oh, that was a quick practice. The guy was awful. Anyways, and so he got his car and drove away, and he's like, I'll get my drum set later, which is also another red flag, because you're like, dude, get your fucking drum set, because then you gotta like plan a time, and it's like the breakup with a girlfriend, they're leaving shit at your house. Oh, can I come over to your house and pick up the stuff? Dude was like so hard to get a hold of, and he was like getting extremely angry. Like Yeah, about getting his drum set. And we're like, dude, we're trying to schedule with you. And we're trying to do all this stuff. And yeah, we finally got his stuff back to him. And yeah, the whole thing was disaster. We should have like met him first. Went to a bar and met him first, and then been like, do you want to try out? We said it like it wasn't a sure thing. It wasn't like a tryout though. It was, we were willing to accept any drummer that could hold a basic beat and they could learn as they go, but whatever. Okay, so this does look like this is working. I don't know how we test. So let's look, I guess, for the garden. The reason it had those inputs. Didn't I delete these inputs out of here? Let's delete these inputs out of here and test. Or what inputs do we start with? That's not food. What is up with these? There's something weird going on. I swear I've adjusted this thing where it said food like 12 times. That's the tooltip for, that's on our top bar. That's going to be up here actually. Tool tip for the top bar. I swear I've done this multiple times. It's the icon because we copied it over. Good. Oh, maybe I didn't do this, and maybe I got started doing this, and then we had to do something else here. We gotta get our localization going here. Oh, you can't open it that way. Yeah, I have like tons of band stories. But, so that's why I was kind of like, man, and I have like all this equipment here. I should do something with it. But then I'm also old. And like, we'll play something slow. No, we're not. I don't think I can keep up anymore. You know, and you think you're playing something fast, and you play a live show, and you play it even faster for some reason, and then you're like, I can't keep up. I'm too old. So what we want here, so I think this is what we were doing, is we need to put in a good that is raw material. And I don't see it here, but did we put it down here and it just isn't sorted? We did. Materials, I guess. That's what we're doing. There's our tool tip. We definitely save it. Start a stream band, like straight. I've said like, if I did start a band, I would stream stuff. I've said that in my brain, not to humans, not out loud. Let's get rid of this shit too, real quick. Checking building cost. Even though, what is up with the checking? Whoops, this is not how you do it. Checking building. What is up with these dots and nothing happened? Oh, I see. I have two different ones, and one's just dots and one is. Okay, let's get rid of this. We don't need this shit right now. All right. That seems unnecessary. Remove. Yeah, so I've thought about doing that, but it's once again, and then you got to find the people. You got to kick them out of your band at some point. Not always. But find a drummer. Cubase full, oh, like a solo project you're talking about. I don't know what Cubase is, an FL Studio. Is that how it is now? Do we even need people anymore in our bands? It just how do you play live with all that stuff though? You just hit play and then you stand there with your arms crossed. You know? Like a DJ. Like, oh, come on, I'm bashing DJs? What's happening here? What happened? Wait, did I close Godot or did it just crash when I wasn't looking? I think it crashed when I wasn't looking. Maybe like Godot has a bad install. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't install, but maybe like it's corrupted or something. Maybe I should download the new dev. Yeah, so you have that skill. I can well, I haven't played bass so long. I can sing a little bit and play bass, like backup singing. At least I used to be able to. But bass is, any idiot can play bass, you know. Let's see what we were doing before that crash. So that looked good. We wanted to change the garden. I think that I'm pretty sure I'm waving at my thing here at the screen. I'm pretty sure we fixed this before the crash. Something's not working right here with our saves. Or my brain, one or the other. So we're going to go to here, county improvements, garden, construction cost, remnants, and money. That's fine. Output. We have our vegetables being outputted. We need inputs. Where's our inputs? Inputs. Yeah, I already did this. It didn't stick though. All right, let's hit play. Because we had that big discussion. I had that big discussion with myself. Oh, now I'm thinking though. I wonder. I don't think that's the way we want to do this. I don't think we want this dictionary to have any size. If there's nothing there. I wonder if I put in enough code to know the difference. Like if that matters enough to throw errors. All right, so let's try this with the garden now. So we can construct this. He's on build. Let's let Laura not build. Let's check these guys. Okay, so we have 4 people building. It's kind of interesting that they changed so dramatically like the next day. I wonder what's up with, oh, okay, no, now we're on work, so that must have finished. So let's see, he or she can work. I don't know. I also like thinking about like trying to get shows again. Man, that's the worst, getting shows. Like you gotta jump through hoops. People don't know who you are at the beginning. Like, or they know who you are from your... There's this one place. We're doing all Old Glory. I think it's called Ash Street Saloon. We're doing Old Glory all day today. About the Old Glory. Yeah, it's this place. We've hit the 5-year mark. 5 years since we celebrated our last New Year's and our last show as a venue. Oh, did they close down? They must have closed down. So I guess that takes that problem off. Anyways, I got my band show there, and there's this thing, and I think I've mentioned it before. I may have even told this story before, that guitar players are always too loud. You always gotta tell your guitar player to turn the fuck down. And so the guitar player was too loud. We got on stage. The guitar player was too loud. The sound guy said through the monitors, which is, if you don't know this, if you don't know this, like the sound guy can talk to the people on stage, and you can't. Generally, the crowd can't hear it. They talk through the monitors, and so I turned to the guitar player, who we'd already, like me and her, I had joked with many times that she always was too loud, and I said something snotty like, "You're too fucking loud again, so this is the sound guy says," and he got all offended because he can hear what I'm saying. And he got all offended, and he's like, "Fuck you," and I was like, "No, fuck you, I wasn't even talking to you." And he was like, "I'm not going to do your sound then." Because he's a fucking sound guy, and sound guys are notorious at having to stick up their ass. They think they're God's gift to life. And I was like, I wasn't even fucking talking to you, man. I was talking to the guitar player who's always too loud. And anyways, so then it be like the sound guy threatened to quit the venue. And then the owner or the manager of the venue had to go and like kiss his ass. And she was like, you shouldn't have said that. And I was like, oh, fuck you and fuck him. So anyways, years later, I was in a different band and I booked a show there. And while I'm talking to her on the phone, she's like, I remember you. And I was like, oh, you do? She's like, yeah, you're the guy who pissed off our sound guy. He almost quit. I was like, oh my God. And then she was like, I mean, I guess you can play here, but don't piss off our sound guy again. And I was like, man, I can't believe it was years later. So anyways, we show up to our show there and they want you to show up like 3 hours early and pre-stage your equipment so that when it's time for your band to play, you can just swap your equipment, right? So you put all your equipment off to the side. They don't want to wait for you to fucking unload it from your van or whatever. So we're playing second, right? There's an opening band and we're playing second. We put all this stuff here, but we're 3 hours fucking early. And they're like, well, just hang out in the bar. And we're like, well, we're not hanging out for 3 fucking hours. So we went and saw a movie. So we went and saw a movie and we came back 2 hours later, still an hour before we started. And that chick was livid. She was like, you're supposed to be there supporting the other bands and showing that there's people here. And we're like, nah, we're not hanging out for 2 fucking hours in an empty bar, man. So anyways, the reason I bring this all up is because then you gotta book, if you get a band going and you want to play shows, you gotta book bands, and this person has an amazing memory, and it sounds like they closed down, but then you'd have to deal with that, like, it's all so much work. Anyways, but yeah, sometimes I feel like I want to do that. All right, we got our test thing going. I don't think, right, I don't think this is a bug, honestly. I think this is working how it's intended. And I think that this build thing was the idea behind this was that if it's checked so you know the hero's on build. I think that was the idea. See, I need to put like notes or something for the player, because how's the player going to know that? They're going to think it's broken, but this isn't broken. This is working as intended. So I'm just checking the tool tips there. There we go. I think I only got like halfway through that tool tip is what happened. I was like creating the whatever. All right, this one's done. This one's done because it was never broken in the first place. Should we take a crack at this since that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be? So what that is there's this produce as needed button. I don't remember how it works. That's the problem. So it should turn itself off when certain things happen, but I don't remember what it is. See, it turns itself off, and I think it was turning itself off every time. We have food, but this isn't. We'd have to look at our goods. How many vegetables? So we have 142 vegetables. The idea being that you would set it on produce as needed, and they would stop producing and work other places if need be. What about our test one? We didn't do a test one this time. We could do a test one. And this will be another test. So see, they're here, and this looks like this works. Like you could take them off work and you could put them on build. Let's do it. Let's make sure we're not getting any bugs here. And then I'm going to take a quick break. Yeah, and so it's done. And so this gets grayed out. And I think what was happening before is they didn't have their shit together. Lucky, how's it going? It has themes? I did not know that. I feel like that's something Joker would have told me. I think actually he did. And, the anime girl theme. It's always the anime. I was thinking about in my Discord, I was thinking about creating a new channel on my Discord, and just for anime girls that have um, requested friends with me, and just put a screenshot of every one of them because it's ridiculous. Because they're on, they're on to something. Somebody's fallen for the anime girl thing. They're in project settings. Let's look. Is it stuff you can download? Is this that one thing that we were looking at with where you can turn off certain parts? Theme? Theme. Custom fonts. There's scaling, which is kind of interesting. Maybe I should turn that up a little bit so it's easier for you guys to read into the stuff. Um, hmm. Yeah, there's that other thing where you can turn off like these different, like 3D you can turn off, which I already forgot where it is. All right. I'm going to take a quick break though. Yeah, I'm going to take a break and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me pause my music that you guys can't hear. Are you on the newer version, 4.5? They're on like Dev 2 or something. I'm excited for when that's going to come out. But all right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right. I am back. Editor settings. Oh, is this the place? This is the place where whatchamacallit was Joker was. Here we go. Theme. Oh yeah. Godot 2. What's this? Oh, just different colors. Uh-oh. What have I done? Hopefully everything's saved. Okay. Custom. Oh yeah, it's working well. Oh God. I didn't. Mm, mm. I see what you're. I see where you mean now. But I think we're crashing. I think we're crashing again. I wonder, like, if there's a way. Maybe I should re-download this. Should I just go to the new version and say fuck it? It's on like Dev 2 or something. Um, let's see. Godot 4.5. Beta 2. 4 days ago. Yeah, it's on beta 2. So it's almost there. Maybe I should just go to it. Maybe that will help the crashing issue. I think it's my computer, though. Let's just go to it. Fuck it, right? Fuck it. And then we'll look at the themes. I was thinking before I started streaming, I saw that I have some chips on my desk here, and I was like, I should just eat chips the whole stream. Oh, do you? And does it auto update? Because I've talked with that, whoops. I guess I added it. Yeah, I think it auto updates or something, right? Who are these people that already own this? Overwhelmingly positive. That's good. I know that seems unlike or your game, Joker. I was just talking about you. Just talking about you. It was all good things. I swear. All right, let's delete this. We're gonna go to the new version because this old version keeps crashing every 5 seconds. And like I said, I don't know if it's my computer or what, but it's so easy to go to the new version that I might as well just do it, right? Where's my Godot Sharp folder? Is it though? Is it? People didn't. They talk about you. Oh, it is running. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, you've been deleted, Godot, and you have been recreated, Godot. I don't know what it's doing, honestly. I don't know why it's like that. Let's run you. The other one's that way too. We're gonna run you anyways. And then we're gonna unpin you because you're gone. We're gonna pin you. Put you back wherever you were. What's this button? This is a new button. Let's click that button. Yeah. Sure. Duplicate it. And then we just relax and wait. Oh. That's a nice feature. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I was doing something for work. I generally am a maximize. Lucky. That's what you got to do, right? That's how it works. All right. We're on 4.5 beta 2. We got to update the... let's close this thing and reopen it. Just because that was probably bad. We got to update the README. We just need a CS here. Sure. Beta 2. We'll see if this one has the same issue. Right. Well, as an IT manager, at work, that's what I do is any problem anyone has, I just go update. Let's update first. And that seems to solve not exactly, but it solves beta 2 mono. Beta 2 mono. That seems to solve half of the problems. In fact, I would say it could be the code, but I don't know how to tell the difference. Like, I don't know how to test that. It also could be my computer. I have a feeling it's my computer. What was I going to say? Yeah, I would say that just updating everything solves like 80% of the problems in my work. Download more computer. I just need to buy another one. I just don't want to. All right, so we have this open. We've updated the README. Let's see. What do we need to do next? We tested that thing, and that seems to have been working. It wasn't really a problem in the first place. Produce as needed. Let's look what this. I don't remember how this works. So let's look at that. That's probably going to be under county improvement panel or whatever that is. That crazy panel. This crazy panel. And this thing. Yeah, it's good to see overwhelmingly positive. I feel like Steam has bad. Something has happened to the Steam reviews, and I don't trust them that much anymore. So if it's overwhelming in one direction, that's a good thing. My music is, I guess I never started it. You guys can't hear. All right, so what is this? Call deferred. Update improvement labels. We need like a button. We need to look for a button. So here's all the different things. Update construction build cost, update max workers, update construction progress, hide everything, check for max workers, check if research is assigned. I don't even remember what that does. Generate output goods, add output goods panels, generate input goods, set use remnants. We added that recently. Add input goods, generate construction costs, check for hide use remnants, check for, where is this? Prioritize checkbox. I wonder if, is this a signal? What is this thing? I wonder if this is, because this would make sense. It would throw that every time. It would just do the opposite of whatever is checked. And it doesn't look like we're using it. Oh, I didn't know I could click that. And methods generated. I bet you this is a signal. No, I would be wrong. Oh, no, here it is. No, that's prioritize. Wait, are we looking at prioritize? Are we looking at, oh, we don't give a shit about that. Update prioritize. I mean, we do give a shit, but not right now. What we're looking at is use as needed. Did I scroll past it? Adjust number. Man, there's nothing in here. Use as needed. Dr. Hydra, thank you for the follow. How are you? I wish YouTube, it worked where YouTube would give me a notification like that, but I probably just need to set it up. Do we have this button in here? Produce as needed is what it's called. Produce as needed. It doesn't seem like this is being used for anything. Is that why this doesn't work? Is we didn't write any code for it? um, why would it turn off every time? Because it would turn off every time because it's not set up. Okay, so that's just we haven't coded that in. I thought we did. Maybe I came up with like it was a pain. What does that even mean? It seems like a pain. It would probably be under, did I go by it? County improvement. County improvement. Maybe we looked at some of these earlier. Yeah, like this is the thing if output codes take more than one, it should show something in that besides a 0. Use remnants. We already did this. This is done. I like when I find duplicate things because it's just like we've just accomplished, you know. The fuck is that? Goods produced per day. I think people aren't necessarily assigned to work in their best skill. That's not true anymore. I think that is true. Easier to make it so the improvement name is easier to see. Influence and money. If the bool is built, is selected, the inspector should add it to the completed construction list. What the fuck does that mean? List of buildings built below the county info panel. Actually, oh yeah, some ideas. The population. Change user remnants to a box. Yeah, as needed. As needed button. Make sure it has a tooltip too. Well, it doesn't do anything. Did I miss the signal? Let's search all of the code instead of, I'd assume the code would be in here. This is public though. No, these are generated. That's not what we want. That's just that. I don't think this is being used. I don't think we did anything with this. Maybe I was going to and I didn't. I thought we did, but produce as need. I don't think we implemented this. So I mean, I guess that's not a bug. my title is not very good today. It's not a bug. Produce as. Let's see if we have it let's see produce. Yeah. Keeps turning itself off because it's not there. What is this? List of buildings. Good produce per day. Check with both minimum factory produces. Yeah, I guess we didn't implement that. I swear we worked on that though. Well, we have the checkbox in there. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a note in and we'll just do it later. We'll close that ticket and we'll put a note in right here. Implement. I think the issue is that it's what does as needed mean to the computer? Use as needed. No, it's produce as needed. via the produce as needed checkbox in the county improvement container. I think that's what this is called. County improvement panel container. All right. Blank issue. Create. Yeah, we'll just do that shit later. So we'll close this ticket because it's... I'm amazed that's not in... in our thing here. Our project. All right, one thing down, one thing off the list because it wasn't there, it wasn't used. Yeah. I'm just double checking. Yeah, we must have just never implemented it. I think that the issue is like how does as needed get determined? But I thought we came up with something, but I guess not. All right, what's next? So I guess we're back to saving and loading. So with saving and loading, well, we have the options panel. Does that thing still work? Let's see. We're gonna hit play for the first time on our new 4.5 beta 2. Beta 2. Okay, so escape key. There we go. We have save, load, and developer options. I don't think these actually do anything. Oh, it does. I forgot. We did make the thing here. I saw that. I thought that was pretty awesome. I think actually Joker told me, though, that Pirate Software got swatted. You know, he's against that thing. So I just assumed it was over that. Yeah, there is. What's that game? It's asymmetrical. Like one side plays the monster, and one side plays like the Space Marines. I think that game got killed because they suddenly had no servers. There was also that other game. I bought it because I heard a bunch of good things, and it, like within weeks it was gone. It's like one side plays the aliens and side plays the Space Marines, and that game was actually okay. There are no developer options, you donkey. That's what it says. Okay, so all we did is make this work to this point, and to where like it puts a thing and it looks like it makes a save game. So let's take a look at that save game. I think that is just this file that has like nothing in it, basically. Blarg. What's Blarg? This is from a long time ago. It's empty. How about I delete you? What will happen now? Yeah, so that's what we did. And it's just a resource. So this does work, and we can hit escape, and the pause was working, I'm pretty sure. Did we get all the different pauses working? We did, and we had the blocker panel, and like I'm pretty sure all the pauses were working. So if you open this, you can't use escape in this thing. You only can use escape here. So that works. So let's do this. Let's look at this. We have the save manager. I noticed it was still open over here. So it checks for the folder and it creates it. It saves the file to disk. I brought this over from my other game. So it's just going to put it's going to create this folder called saves, and then it's going to just call it save games for now. We're going to have to do more to this later. Probably I don't want to do slots. You know, like how some games have like 4 slots you can save in. Probably we'll just load up all of the files that's in the save folder. But we're not going to do that right now. I think we should probably let's add some stuff to our project actually. This one, we'll move this over. We'll move this up. These are kind of intertwined. Actually, this should be over here. So this works, so we can close this. And then we can go over to here. Go away, motherfucker. Thank you. So we're going to need to eventually, so we'll do next round. We'll put a next round on this. All right, I just want to make sure it's 2 dashes. Next round. And then we're going to create a draft. So this is everything that for later. So we're going to need to have get a list of all save games from the saves folder and allow the player to select their save game. I don't know what the fucking deal is with Victoria 3, but man, loading and saving in that is some brutal shit. Like sometimes you can't even click the load button. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Like you go to the escape menu and you want to load your game. You gotta wait for like 3 minutes for the load button to actually appear. Then you click the load button and the fucking, like the flags that are put in with your, each save game has the flag of the nation you're playing. They're often wrong. The whole thing is a clusterfuck. All right, so we have this, we want to do that next thing. What do we need to do right now? We need to start creating, I'm not going to add anything right this second, but we need to start creating what we're actually saving. So we have this, and then we're going to have a save game data. Which I think, yeah, we have right here. What did we put in here? So we have nothing in here. This is where it's going to get a little complicated because I don't know what the fuck we're saving here. And then we're going to need to test it. So let's figure this out so we can do this as simple as possible. So to test this, we're going to need a load game thing. We could do it, so let's do this first. So in globals, we'll have, and I'm thinking what we'll do also is we'll start getting rid of these exports. Because we're not going to save this shit. This shit is built into the game. But let's start at the top of this whole thing. Yeah, at the very top of this, we will have an export. And we'll call it, it's going to be a private bool. It's going to need to be public eventually. We're going to go, yeah, is that Stop Killing Games thing only in Europe? I'm going to look it up real quick. Stop Killing Games. Yeah, it's an EU petition. How do you sign it? I'm not in the EU. Malta. So what happens if they get that many petitions? What does it do? Like the signature on the petitions. Of course, here in the United States, we're hyper capitalism, so that will never happen. It's crazy to me that Pirate Software guy is against it, but whatever. So this bool, I guess he has a game or something that would be affected by it. Load, lowercase l, load game at start. So that's going to default to false. And what we'll do is we'll keep this main here as our, when we hit play, it will run this main and it will check that load at start. And if it's not checked, We'll have to do something else. We'll have to have like a... Let's see here. Like I said, I was thinking about this week, and there was a lot more, basically, infrastructure that we have to build for this. But I guess we can test it by the load button. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a clusterfuck. I should have done saving right at the beginning, but I didn't know how to do that at the beginning. I didn't have any clue how to do it. So this is going to be a lot of work. Same when we add multiplayer, and we need to do that sooner than later. The longer we wait with multiplayer, the more painful it's going to be. So what is this in? This is in player space. So let's do this. I was talking about this earlier. We're going to need like a new game versus, yeah, I think we just got to like jump in and start tearing shit apart and putting it back together. And then we'll go, yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Like I said, I think we want to update the save file, not blow it away and I said this last week. We want to update the save file, not blow it away and recreate it every time we save, because we're going to have a lot of data eventually, like a ton of data. So let's do this. So first things first, we're going to need a new scene. I was hoping we didn't have to do this new scene bullshit, but I think we are. Let's close all this stuff. Can I just push that button? It's a 2D scene. So we're going to call this scene start menu, I guess. I guess it's a UI scene. What is this stuff? Okay, no, it's not. We're going to call this start menu. And then what this scene is going to have is going to be pretty simple. Wait, it's not it. Oh, are you fucking crashing? No. Yes, you are, you piece of shit. Yeah, what is going on? Then do we have like one running in the background? Man, I don't want to spend a bunch of money. Oh, I see. No, we have two of them. Wonder what's going on with that. It's even like setting up my computer to even setting up my computer to stream is going to be a pain in my ass when I buy a new computer. Like, none of this is going to be easy. No, that's not what I wanted. Close. Get out of here. Yeah, I have a feeling it's my computer, honestly. Where'd you go, Godot? Like, look at when I click on the name there. We're still waiting for it. Like, look at that shit. That seems like a computer-y issue. Computer-y issue? It's probably because I have a bunch of Microsoft products. Microsoft just has all sorts of fucking issues. I was glad I read a thing on Reddit. They were talking about the Windows 11 upgrade. Like, why is this fucking thing running? Edge is just running? The fuck out of here, Edge. Search indexer is running. SharePoint's running. Get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, Microsoft. This search indexer is like the doom of computers. I don't see Godot on here anymore, so I think we're good there. It must have crashed. I was trying to say croaked and crashed at the same time. All right. Come on. Rock and roll. I'm curious also, I was, this is just, if you have an answer to this, tell me. How many people use Facebook anymore? I feel like it's a dead site, but then you hear about how much money they make. Instagram is not dead. Like, I hear lots of people use Instagram, but this is not a 2D node. We want this to be